That's why you use active retention holsters, ladies and gentlemen. Hey guys, Doug the Magic Rifleman. So today we're going to talk about active retention holsters and hopefully put some context behind working two weapon systems together, like a handgun and a rifle, or a handgun and a large frame pistol that's supported by a nylon holster like this. But hopefully we can put some context behind those two things working together out in the world, right? So when you're out there working with a rifle or a large frame pistol, you're going to be, or an SBR or whatever else you're using, you're going to be running this as your mainstay platform for the majority of things. And then if you're on, let's say you have to make a movement to get to wherever it is you're going that you need this for. Let's say you've got a 10-click movement to get to it, right? 5 clicks in, you're not going to be thinking about your handgun, you know? You're not going to be thinking about whether or not that branch 2 clicks back grabbed that thing. You're probably not going to be sitting there every 5 seconds. You know, that's insane. So let's keep this in context, guys. When you're out in the world, when you're out camping or hiking or whatever, there's other things that are going to be on your mind other than, is my handgun still there? So make sure you're using something that's going to actually give you some active retention on that gun, keeping it in the holster, right? A lot of companies make really good passive retention holsters that are really good quality, but I fail to see the purpose of them outside of competition or flat range. And what's the purpose of competition or the flat range if it's not preparing you for what you're going to be doing in real life, right? Whether that be camping, hiking, using rifles or whatever, you know? So your training on the flat range should be building up your ability to use a rifle or pistol or whatever within your life and within whatever context you've purchased that weapon system for. So when you're out, you know, if you bought a shotgun for bird hunting, you wouldn't shoot, you know, motionless targets right there on the flat range. You'd be shooting skeet, right, or trap or whatever. If you bought a shotgun for breaching, you're not going to sit there and shoot skeet with it. You're going to come up and you're going to practice your breaching. If you bought a precision rifle, you're not going to run 1 to 5s with it because that's just stupid. If you bought a pistol, you're not going to try to shoot at 1,000 meters with it because that's not what you bought it for. So why would you not set your equipment up and in the same way that you're intentioning using it? I just can't understand that. And if you're a person that owns weapon systems with the intent of using them out in the real world and you haven't yet, I would encourage you to try to build on that experience, and B, I would encourage you to think from the mind of someone that's sucking on a 10-mile or a 10-click movement instead of someone trying to get faster split times on a flat range, if that's not your intended purpose. If your only intent in life is to, you know, do competitions and stuff, and the passive retention holsters work great for you, that's totally fine. But that's not the intent of this channel. So with that in mind, guys, just make sure you're using something that's going to give you some retention on that. I really like the Safarilands right now. There's a certain company I'm looking at that needs to start working on a retention holster so I can start using that and start recommending it and start testing it, because that's what I really want to recommend. But for now, Safariland really is the proven person in the industry to be using. I'm sure there's some other companies I'm not thinking of that make decent holsters, but Safariland is what I have my experience with and what I'll recommend. Stay away from the Serpa holsters. Those things are terrible, not just because of the safety concerns, but because there is a genuine concern with the lockup, with materials and debris getting into the locking mechanism and locking that gun into the holster, which is not what you want if you need that gun, obviously. So stay away from the Blackhawk Serpa stuff, guys. Right now, Safariland, I know it can be kind of expensive and such, but that's really the best way to go. I don't remember the model of this. I'll do a review on it eventually, but guys, find something that's going to work for your gun. They have the models that have the little hoods right here for your red dot sights. And keep in mind that unless you are, you're not buying this rig just to be running a pistol by itself, right? I mean, and maybe you are. If you are, still, you probably want some active retention on there. Because let's say you're camping or something, if you're out kayaking or you're out doing whatever, you're probably not thinking about, did my gun get knocked out right there? Will you notice? Probably, hopefully. If you're, sucking 5 miles or 5 clicks or whatever into a movement, you might not notice. Because there's other things on your priorities, like pulling security, watching security, being aware of your environment, being aware of the people around you, what you're supposed to be doing at the time, making sure all your other equipment is on you, because you have your, your wolf tails, your magazines, your sensitive items, all that stuff also to keep track of. Think of your active retention as a really fast to defeat tie down for your secondary weapon system that you probably don't want to go out and spend another $500 to $1,800 replacing. should a branch, go ahead and, you know, give it a little snaggy snag and pop the thing out. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful, guys. Really seriously consider moving away from passive holsters. They really, I don't understand what purpose they would serve. I have a hard time seeing what purpose they serve in any context, but in this context, they're just not to the standard, guys. So anyway, hope that doesn't hurt anyone's feelings. It is what it is. So anyway, hope this has been helpful. If you guys have any questions on anything, I'll be doing a video eventually on this holster. I want to get more reps with it. I have years with the other Safariland. I don't have as much time with this one, but I like it so far. It's the ALS only. I was a little bit nervous about that not being enough retention, but it seems to be doing fine so far. I really like how fast it is with the feet. It's a really nice balance between speed and retention. I'm really digging it so far, so whatever that's worth. Anyway, it's been Doug with Matic Rifleman, because everywhere deserves good and capable riflemen that are focusing on their priorities, not whether or not their equipment's, you know, squared away. Y'all have a great day.